Oh, Canada, our home and native land. Which, of course, it isn't. You know, if anything, Canada is like an American suburb. They're just out there on the edges, unimportant. Anyway, so today, in my time zone, it's Friday. You know what that means? It's our weekly excursion through the newspaper. And some people might say, why are you still doing that? And well, if you don't know anything about me, you should know I am an optimist. I think one of these days I am going to be reading this paper to you, and there is going to be something interesting and exciting in there. Now, will today be that day? Probably not, but hey, let's give it a try. By the way, the reason I'm saying, oh, Canada, is because I make this pledge to you. This channel is a hockey free zone. So there you go. Okay, oh God. Now, of course, here's the thing. You start with the front page, right? The front page is pretty much going to set the tone and tell you what is important, what happened in a week is important enough to put in the paper and feature it on the front page. And the very first headline is P.O. Bocce Team Brings Whole School Together. So we've got a front page article about bocce ball. Let me make this a little easier. Okay, the PO United indoor bocce team is in the midst of its first season. Head coach Kelly Gregory says it's fulfilling her hopes of being a positive impact for the school. Let's see, the idea for the team came from someone. It seemed like a great opportunity that our school districts had that I wanted. Am I crazy? Isn't bocce ball like that lawn bowling thing that old Italian men do in New York? It's making it sound like, let's see. Okay, well, now I spoke too soon in my mockery. It says the Special Olympics PA Interscholastic United Sports Program is, according to its website, a fully inclusive co-ed after-school high school sports program. So it sounds like they're using bocce ball to get kids who maybe wouldn't normally interact with other kids to meet each other. So maybe this is a good thing. Now, in the real newspaper, I'm not sure that would be front page, but we also got Viva Las Vegas, the Roland Theater, to host 6th annual dinner and movie event. Let's see if it says what the, well, I was just thinking that must mean the movie is, and then I see it there, Viva Las Vegas. See if it says tickets for the event are $30 each and are limited to the number of tickets remaining, which of course is kind of a radical idea that you're only going to sell as many tickets as you can serve people. Community mourns loss of brave fighter Zoe Bryan. 17-year-old PO high school student who had been battling neuroendocrine carcinoma for the last 2 years died. That is sad. Wouldn't you think by now, I mean, they have made some progress in fighting cancer, but you'd think they'd have been able to get rid of it. The Low Valley Economic Development Board of Directors, not interested. There's a picture of a bocce player. Looks very intense. You know, I thought I picture bocce sort of like horseshoes. A guy stands at one end and tosses it, but looks like she's being quite methodical. And, well, by the way, something I noticed when I grabbed the paper just now, and you know I always get rid of the inserts inside. There was only one. Usually there's like, 5 or 6 things in there for advertising. MVEMS acquired 2 new beautiful ambulances. That's the local paramedic company. We also have other ambulance services, but they're just like certified for EMTs. And I think I don't know if they just always call the paramedic unit out of, just each time, or if it's just if the EMTs get there and evaluate the situation if they call for help. I'm not sure if somebody can tell me. And we got the obituaries. Zoe Ann Bryan. She was only 17. Out in West Decatur. Margaret Howe. She was born in 1935. She looks like she was from Morrisdale. She was a nurse. Lawrence B. Larry Ammerman, born in 1934. This is formerly from Phillipsburg. I was looking to see who the surviving family is, if I recognized names. Ammerman is one of those names around here that down Phillipsburg. There's quite a few of them. Benjamin. Well, if you saw it, you'd think it's Sagis, but I think we usually said Sagas, but trying to think if he's from Munson. He's 71 years old from Munson. I think that might be the guy who he was an artist. Let's see. Yeah, it says a prolific artist. Ben's paintings were exhibited nationally and internationally. He's a recipient of over 150 awards. We have a Pamela Schmidt, born in 1959, of Phillipsburg. Oh, here we go. Police report. It's not delivery, it's stolen. Aaron Barton of Morrisdale was charged with retail theft for stealing a DiGiorno and screaming Sicilian frozen pizza valued at $9.50 from the Morrisdale Dollar General. I'm pausing so that people who live like in cities or whatever can laugh at the idea that the newspaper here thinks that a $10 theft is worthy of a space, worthy of print. And we got another bay windows. I say it that way because it's got a bunch of question marks and exclamation points. Between the dates of 121 and 125, unknown actors, I'm about sick of these damn thespians, arrived at Sportsman Road residence of a 19-year-old landsman and stole numerous items from his property, including two 37-inch TVs, an acoustic guitar, a miter saw, a small corner wooden table. I've got a lot of commas in there because it's like a small comma, corner, common, wood -n table. Yeah, kind of wonder where our editors or whatever at the local paper studied English. And also various clothing items and bay windows. I would assume they must have maybe been renovating the house and there were bay windows sitting there ready to be installed or something. Here's a switcheroo, all right. Troopers received a report of a stolen Nintendo Switch from a 31-year-old Osceola man from his Edwards Street residence. The investigation is ongoing. Okay, so Edward Street, I'm pretty sure, is the alley behind my house. Must be somebody over there in that the apartments that a lot of people now would say the old Catalina building. Let's see, a PFA violation. Richard Fleck, 56 of Morrisdale, was taken into custody for violating a PFA order against 39-year-old Julianne woman. After arraignment, Fleck was released on $1,000 unsecured bail. 56. Would that be the Richie Fleck I'm thinking of? Unit 1 hit a fire hydrant on Maple Street. Then okay. I wasn't sure if I was reading what they were saying right or not. Now it says Unit 1. It doesn't say Morrisdale Fire Department, Unit 1, or what exactly Unit 1 is. But it says Unit 1 hit a fire hydrant on Maple Street between Oak and State Street, Rush Township. And the reason I pause is because, when, if you're a volunteer fireman and you're going to hook up your hose to a fire hydrant, somebody will say, hit the fire hydrant up there on the corner. Where this sounds like what they're saying is somebody actually hit the fire hydrant. Okay, because it goes, then continued to travel east and make a right turn onto State Street. While turning onto State Street, Unit 1 did not properly negotiate the turn and drove over the curb on the right side roadway. Operator 1 did not make any report of the crash to the police and fled the scene of the crash. The Mountaintop Fire Company, that's Sandy Ridge, was aware of the crash prior to PSP notification and had already made repairs to the fire hydrant. No traffic or residential cameras were observed in the area of the crash. So, somebody enlighten me, but I'm guessing Unit 1 is an ambulance. And it kind of sounds like somebody could be in trouble for hit and run. And also, when they say they had already repaired the hydrant, is that somebody being a good community servant? You know, helping out? Or is that somebody trying to hide the evidence of the hit and run? It's actually, so far, the stuff that I've read here, that sounds like it might be the most serious police report we have this week, because that could definitely, I would think, cause problems for somebody. And, you know, it's bad enough if a driver was driving too fast and lost control and did hit and run, but hopefully you didn't have officers from the fire company covering for him. But then again, it says when the state police got a hold of them, they said, oh yeah, we know about it. So, and I'm just editorializing now. This is just from me. I'm not really sure of how this would all work, but although I should. But anyway, it seems to me, as soon as the ambulance, if that's what it was, came back damaged and they found out what happened, they should have called the police and reported it, you know? So we'll see if anything serious comes of this. Hopefully not. And we had meth at Slabtown Park. State police from Rockview responded to an area of East Spruce Street for a welfare check for a female who appeared to be homeless. She was found to have active warrants out of Clearfield County and was found to be in possession of meth. Okay. We've got local basketball. Well, in a couple years, I might be more interested in that sort of thing whenever Toby's old enough to be playing in high school. Sounds like some wrestlers did good at the Ultimate Warrior tournament. I noticed. Oh, up top, one of the names was Baney, and the Baneys have been big names in wrestling for many years. Seems like you've pretty much always got a Baney. Of course, this is West Branch. So it sounds like the Baneys might be branching out. Okay, and I thought I was at the end of it. We got a PO Soccer All-Star. Carson Long was honored on Saturday at the PA Soccer Coaches Association banquet for being voted All-State. Okay, so that's pretty good. The Osceola VFW Commander Tatum Rice has shown presenting a $1,000 check to Ben Smith, who received it on behalf of Center Cemetery Association. Seems like every week we've got something about cemeteries. Okay, How am I not finding the drop part of the paper? Where's the last? There's page 3, page 5, page 7, page 9. So I think I lost the. Oh yeah, there it's down there on the floor. But that would just be the last page. Would just be the hometown ad. So that's this week's big news. I hope you all have a nice weekend or whatever. And if you get a chance, check out my announcement about our live show on Tuesday. But I'm not going to repeat everything now. Peace out.